2007 on a 56 Nissan Elgrand. This is the 3.5 litre petrol V6 four-wheel drive model, so the 240 brake horsepower version. You got 4 different trim levels on the Elgrand. The sort of 3 main trims went all the way up to what you call the XL, which is your one with your leather and cruise and that sort of stuff. And then on top of that, you got the Highway Star, which is exactly what this one is. So that is the very top of the tree. It came with this pearl white paint, the additional grills, the Shadowline chrome seats, wheels, and then a whole load of amazing extras inside, which we'll show you, including a Nissan keyless smart key system. So you get a key that looks like this, which has these buttons on the side, which means you can open the doors electronically and wirelessly with the key. We have had the odd car that does that. They don't, however, re-shut like this one does, and then have the cancellation button, so you can press the button, shut the door. They have just been, or the vendor tells me they've just been redone as well. They can't have an issue with the cables. Nearly £1,000 that's cost, so they are now tip top and good to go. We're going to start by having a good look at the bodywork. I will point out the sort of spec as we go around, but it is kind of ridiculous, this thing. 4-wheel drive, big V6 petrol engine, automatic, and then a whole load of toys inside, which we'll show you. Really cool thing for a fraction of the price of the sort of equivalent VW Transporter or Merc V-Class. But let's start by having a look at the bodywork. If we go down this side from here, you can see it is lovely and straight all the way down. It's not full of ripples or filler. It was imported to the UK in 2021, so it hasn't been subject to a huge amount of our roads with salt and grime and all that sort of stuff. They are generally in better condition. Starting on the front wing, all nice and tidy along there. You can see that pearl paint is a lovely colour. Nice and clean around the arch. We do have a little scuff down the bottom just there, where it's sort of caught a curve or something like that. It is worth pointing that out. Rest of the arch is all nice and sharp on the metal section. Plastic sections on both sides are good. Obviously the Highway Star got the shadow chrome wheels, like we say. This one is on good tyre as well, as you can see. There's no real marks to note. Coming up that A-pillar and onto the roof, you can see that's all nice and tidy. All the glass on this side, you've got clear glass on the front and then black glass on the back. This all looks to be nice and tidy. These rear ones are electric tilt out as well, which is always nice. It does have a little bit of dirt here and there. It could do with a really good scrub. It's had a quick clean here, but it could do with a proper scrub. There's bits of ingrained dirt around the handles, so very easy to fix. Nice and tidy all the way along that bottom section there. And normally on cars like this, you would find a bit of rust coming through on the rails around the rear sliding door mechanism. As you can see on this one, that's all good. No rust coming up through the rear arches as well. Plastic section again, you'd think they'd be worn away with stone chips, but as you can see, they're all good. Another good wheel and tyre. Around the filler cap's nice and tidy as well. We can have another look down this side. It's nice and straight. It's not full of ripples or filler or anything like that. In that pearl paint, you'd notice straight away as well. Come around on the back, both rear tail lights are bright and clear. We have this lovely large Elgrand sort of reflector trim along there as we go, which is all nice and neat as well. No real marks to note on the tailgate. It should have a little strip of trim along the bottom there that seems to be missing. I did have a look. There is an Elgrand breakers of all things. All it does is breaks these things, all 3 generations. It does look like they have them advertised for about 80 quid, so you can get that quite simply by the looks of things. Got a rear view camera in the rear there. All nice and tidy around that rear glass. If we have a look up on the roof again, you can see all good up there. Coming around on the passenger side again, down this side, lovely and straight all the way down. No ripples, no dents. It's not full of filler or anything like that. All nice and sharp on that rear arch. Another good wheel and tyre. There's no sign of any corrosion coming through this rear rail. The glass on this side is all nice and tidy as well. There's not really any marks to note on the bodywork wise on this side, all very good. Like I say, there's a little bit of dirt sort of here and there where you'd expect underneath the windows. It would be quite a satisfying thing to clean, I would say. We do have wind deflectors on the front 2 windows as well. All good around that wing mirror, and we've got this extra additional, I believe it's a sensor for one of the bits of tech that's on board. We'll have a look in a second. All good on that front wing, and another good wheel and tyre. No sign of any corrosion coming through there. And then round onto the front. Headlights and fog lights on both sides are clean and bright. Got a little bit of scratching to this little trim piece panel here. So on both sides, almost like the paint's chipped off ever so slightly. I don't know if maybe they've had a set of LEDs or something on there maybe. And then on the bonnet, lovely and smooth. There's no sign of any stone chips. In fact, there's one stone chip there and another tiny one there. That is me being really picky. So for pale paint, generally very, very good. Nice presentable things, certainly looks the part. Moving on to the interior, I've got this lovely wood trim which comes with a Highway Star package. Controls in here, you've got the tilt for the very rear windows, your front electric windows. You can lock off the rears as well to stop people opening the driver's seat. Lovely leather captain's seat with the armrests. We do have manual adjustment for the bolsters, and then electric for the rest. So backrest and base are electric. Bolster, oh actually what that does is tilts the front up and down. Quite a nice touch. Half wood steering wheel, a little bit of wear on the steering wheel as well. And there is a tiny little bit of wear on the driver's seat, but generally very good. And then buttons wise, we've got loads. So open and close the rear doors, fold the electric mirrors in, electric mirror adjustment. That I don't know. AEP on and off. Trip controls here, got these lovely clear dials. Stereo controls on the steering wheel. Then you've got your TV, your aux disc. The screen here which has this lovely feature to either make it for the driver or tilt it back for the passenger. We have an additional screen up here as well. This lovely wood trim, all nice and tidy along the top there. And then in the glove box you've got your mini disc and everything, which I'll show you in a second. Got the original Elgrand mats, including the centre section one, and then the carpet underneath, all nice and neat. It has that third sort of jump seat in the middle there, which is a nice addition, which makes it your 7 seats. So you've got 3, 2 and 2. Both front seats are heated as well. And again, you can open these rear doors either with the key, or you flick the handle and it'll open electrically. We've got the seats sort of laid out in the 2 options, so you can have it as a forwards facing captain's chair with the armrest. The seat, everything's adjustable. Backrest goes forward and back as you want. It slides forward and back, but they do also on this lever here rotate if you want them to, so you can spin them a full 180 all the way around. You have this lovely leg rest on the bottom there, and you also have an additional one there, so you can have that when you're facing backwards. Obviously you've got your screen here, additional air for the second row down there. Condition wise, the backs of the seats are all nice and tidy. Being that it's leather seating, you'd think you'd have kids clambering all over it. It's done really, really well, generally very good. No nasty smells in here. You've got this massive full-size carpet going all the way back, keeping it nice and neat. If we clamber into here, appreciate it might be a bit dark, you've got 2, again, full-size for an adult rear row of seats. They have the electric windows. We'll go through all those in a second as well. They've got additional sort of cup holders and stuff in the back there. Slide that down. They've got buttons for the windows and the doors. All these blinds in here are all electric as well, which I'll show you in a second. And then closing the door, you just hit the button and that fires shut. Like I say, they've just been redone with new cables. Into the boot. Nice and light on those rams. Decent amount of storage space, but you do have a lever here, so they will slide as far forward as you want them to go to make the boot as big as you want. It's about as practical as a car physically can be. So they'll slide all the way to there, giving you a massive boot, and you've still got space in the front. Or you can pull the same lever, work that one out, hang on, there we go, send them back. And again, they're all full seat belts as well, so there's no lap belts in there. Going into the back on the passenger side again, click the button, they open nice and quickly. And we've got this one in the rear facing sort of setup. You can see this one's all nice and neat down there. Seats are all in lovely condition on this side as well. Can have a good look at the headlining, all nice and clean in there. Really, really interesting car, isn't it? And then into the front passenger side, nice and neat on that door card. A little bit of ingrained dirt on the carpet, but that doesn't look like it would hoover out. And then underneath, all good. Passenger seat in very, very good condition. No nasty smells, there's no signs of any moisture. All this wood on top of the dash is lovely. And here you've got your navigation system and your mini disc, just part of that Highway Star package. We'll go around the other side and pop the bonnet. We should have done that while we were on there earlier on. Like I say, in here you've got your 3.5 litre I believe 240 brake. I'll double check and put that in the description. V6 engine with an automatic gearbox. I've driven it. It does actually get down the road really well. Lovely and smooth. Obviously the British equivalent would be diesel, so it would be clattering and horrible, whereas in Japan I think they kind of get the whole situation a bit better than we do. All nice and clean in here. All good in there. It was driven to us as well, this one. Now, being the Highway Star, it is the keyless option, so you don't need to have a key in anything. Obviously, it's in my pocket. Fires up on the button. Lovely and smooth around the front. Go around the back, check it's not chucking anything out the back there. Little burble from that engine. No smoke. Lovely sounding thing. Then if we come around here, it's 142,000 on the clock there. We'll double check whether that's kilometers or miles, and we'll put that in the description. As you can see from the lights, you've got switchable 4-wheel drive. It's in 2-wheel drive permanently, unless it senses sort of snow. So if you put it in snow, it'll then switch across to 4-wheel drive, all that sort of stuff. Automatic up on the dash there. I haven't seen this screen working. I don't know if I'm maybe being a bit daft or what and missing a switch. Doesn't seem to want to power up, so we will play around with that one as well. Other buttons in here, we've got the blinds. So if you look in the back, you've got rear blinds all the way around, opening and closing. Really nice touch, along with other stuff including aircon and all that sort of stuff. So there you have it. 2007 on a 56 Nissan Elgrand Highway Star. If you've got any more questions or anything, please get in touch. Thank you.